And right now, we're going to be putting carbon taxes in place while we won't know the circumstances of people with regards to price and the cost of living.
That's simply, Peadar is sticking his head in the sand here. We have three interlocking crises. We've a climate crisis, and it's not long ago that we had the Fridays for Future young people on the street telling us we're doing nothing about climate. Peadar wants to dismantle that process of using the money raised from carbon prices to drive changes in people's homes so that they can be cheaper.
The change is happening already because people can see, that people will be forced to change, people will want to change. Is it not a little bit odd to be talking about bringing in measures to help people deal with the rising cost of fuel and at the same time putting an extra charge on fuel?
No, the reality is we're facing a climate crisis which we have to respond to, so we have to help people to make those changes. That money is going into it. We are facing a crisis with refugees, so next week, no doubt, Peadar will be looking for another mini-budget to deal with accommodation. And the following week, we'll be looking at what are we going to do about the education needs and the of people coming from Ukraine and the extra language support they need. We have to be recognised that we're facing a multiple crisis here. We have to select the interventions carefully, make sure that they are the most effective ones. And that is what Eamon Ryan was articulating today.
There was a tax surplus.
And we will need those surpluses. We have by the end of next April, by the end of next month, we will have 40,000 refugees coming from Ukraine by the end of next month. You will be the first to go in and say, where is the government's plan for accommodating those refugees? You'll be asking how are schools going to cope who have now these children with language needs? And we have to be prepared for each of those challenges.
You're not recognising the depth of the crisis whatsoever.
We are recognising it.
People are getting bills that they can't actually pay. Kids are going to bed hungry at the moment. People are not heating their homes. People can't afford the fuel to put into the cars to get to work, to earn a living at the moment. So this crisis is real, and it's now...
Of course it is real.
But the response of the government has been far too low. And the ESRI has, in their actual figures, have shown that only a quarter of the actual cost by the inflation has been achieved by government.
The crisis in climate is real as well, and you want to deny it and not deliver the changes we need.
I'm not saying
the crisis of refugees coming to this country is real too, and this government has to be able to accommodate all of those interlocking crises. Let me, you're shouting me down, so I need to get a little bit of chance to articulate.
The whole purpose of a carbon tax is to reach a price to motivate people to move from that fuel.
All right, Peadar, and I think in fairness you've had the opportunity to
but we're
make
already
that
there.
point. But what he is saying, what Richard is saying is, look, the government cannot insulate against every single price rise. It is not possible. No government would be able to do it, and no government is doing it across Europe because there are so many other demands.
Absolutely.
On the government.
Nobody expects the government to...
So what measure then do you think they should be introducing now, specifically?
Specifically, there should be a fall in the rate of VAT to zero for a 3-month period to get people through this period of time, and there should be cut in excise now. And
how much?
I would actually... a cut in excise is it's 84 euros per 1,000 litres at the moment is the excise on fuel. I think they should actually get rid of that completely, which would alleviate about €100 off a normal fill of a tank that people have in their homes.
Richard, are any of these on the table, or what is on the table, do you think, for people who are hard-pressed and are worried tonight about, paying future energy bills?
Well, I think Eamon Ryan articulated some of the changes. As I say, we've 750,000 homes with smart meters, and only 5% of those are using that facility to reduce their energy bills. That is clearly a priority. We also have, a lot of people in low income needing to retrofit their homes, and we can accelerate that programme, and that makes an impact.
It will, but it's not immediate, is it? It's not going to help your bill next month or the month after.
As it rolls out, it will. We have many people thinking about electric vehicles, and we've had support to local authorities to put electric vehicle charging systems onto the street. Not one local authority has taken up that option, so we can accelerate those, because the things that will help people manage in a resilient way, they're the things that we need to invest in. That is switching away from the fossil fuel use. Sharing vehicles. We can put accelerate delivery sharing platforms is a very practical way of reducing 90% of car journeys are single-person journeys. So we need to think creatively and have selective measures to support people.